ways to send patterns from machine to a modular system. With a complex MIDI module like yarns, this process is made even easier. By sending 4 different pads to separate MIDI channels, yarns can parse each one to individual drum modules, allowing for longer, more elaborate pattern programming. MIDI channels are like TV channels. When you turn to channel 2, you don't see channel 3 or 4 or any other channels, you only see what's on channel 2. MIDI channels work the same way, allowing separate messages to be sent to different destinations within the same instrument. In this case, triggering specific drum modules with individual pads. Let's begin by making sure our machine controller output port is enabled in the audio and MIDI settings. I'll enable MIDI output port 1 on machine, so we can route that physical MIDI output to yarn's MIDI input. Patch a MIDI cable to these ports, and machine and the modular system will be connected. Let's set up our sounds in machine. On an empty group, select Sound 1 and enter the Sound Channel Settings tab. Select the Output Settings, and then the MIDI Settings tab. In the MIDI Destination menu, select the Machine Output Port 1, leaving the channel set to 1. When we play pad 1, we should see yarn's LEDs blink. Let's follow these same steps to set up sounds 2, 3, and 4. Setting each to the same machine output port 1, but setting the channels to the corresponding sound number. Sound 2 will be set to channel 2, sound 3 to channel 3, and sound 4 to channel 4 in the Sound Channel Settings MIDI tab. If you view your Group MIDI Batch Setup mode by right-clicking on your group name, to make sure you're set to Sounds to MIDI Channels mode, the channels should already be set up for you. To finish the setup, let's make sure each of the different outputs on yarns are set to the corresponding MIDI channels. First, let's make sure we're in an appropriate layout. Push the encoder while on the layout screen indicated by the LA, and select 4M, or 4 monophonic voices. We could also use 4T, 4 triggers, or some of the other layouts. But 4 monophonic voices will allow us to use the 4 gate outputs independently. Press the encoder to set the layout, and scroll to the parts page labeled PA. Here we can switch between our 4 gate trigger outputs. Make sure that part 1 is set to channel 1. Push the encoder on the part page, and make sure 1 is selected. Push the encoder again, and scroll 1 menu to the right, to CH, the channel page. Push the encoder, make sure channel 1 is selected, and push it again. Switch back to the part page, and switch to part 2. Back to the channel page to switch part 2 to channel 2. Continue this process until parts 3 and 4 are also set to their respective channels 3 and 4. When we play our pads in machine, we should see each of the corresponding channels light up on yarns. Now we're ready to patch to our envelopes, low-pass gates, or drum modules. I'll employ the Noise Engineering Basimilus Iteratus, Mutable Instruments Braids, and my Roland Ira Effects drum machine setup as my 4 drum modules, routing one of each of the 4 yarns gate outputs to the trigger inputs on each module. Now we can play and record patterns on machine, triggering the modules in our system. How are you sending patterns from your computer to your modular system? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, please like, follow, and subscribe.